And I quote, only what we had saved over the years. There is also a line about how you can see that there is a large value to the items gifted to you and Alan, which I'm not going to argue with exactly, except that I sincerely wonder if she thinks I'm an idiot and doesn't realize I know how to add. She just sold their house for almost $1 million. Or that I don't know what the apartment in Italy is worth. $350,000. I find it very difficult to believe that my father didn't also have savings accounts, mutual funds, plus she's going to get widow survivor benefits in addition to her own benefits from Social Security. The items Alan and I were gifted come nowhere close to that. I think altogether there is a car involved. We're divvying up maybe $100,000 worth of stuff. Maybe, if we can get a good price for the car. With just those two sales, she could buy a house for $2 minus $300K near her son and still have plenty to live on, but she seems to have her heart set on buying a house by the beach, which doesn't feel very much like my problem. From her letter, you'd think that this IRA has millions of dollars in it that she desperately needs to survive, but no, she tells me that it's worth $55K. That's 5% of just what she sold the house for. I genuinely think it's both pitiful and pathetic that she wouldn't just let it go, but I'm sure she has Frank whispering in her ear about making sure she gets everything she's entitled to. But now I do have a copy of the will. Two things stand out from what she sent me. The letter isn't on the lawyer's stationery, so there's been no official demand of any sort, and I feel like it's unlikely that I'll get one. Nowhere in the will does it say that she couldn't just rewrite her will and give everything to Frank. Like I said in my last post, I don't trust her in the slightest, so I've contacted an estate lawyer so I can determine my next steps. Thanks for being here with me on this ride. I'll update again if there's anything more to say. Update 2. There's not a whole lot to update on, as for better or for worse. I haven't heard from my stepmother in months, but I suppose this is some sort of closure for people who care. Smiley face. About a week after I got the letter, she sent me a text message asking if I'd gotten the letter and if I'd made a decision. I said yes and no, respectively. She hasn't contacted me since, so nothing since August. Since then, I've also had my baby 5 weeks early, so it's not like I have a lot of brainpower to spend on her. I spoke with an estate attorney and she confirmed that there's nothing legally my stepmother could do to get the IRA, so I was in the clear there. She also confirmed that joint wills don't really exist anymore, so if my stepmother wanted to, she could just rewrite her will to exclude me or me and Alan or whatever she wanted to do. This left me with the interesting problem of how do I get the money, considering I didn't know where it was, and I didn't really want to contact my stepmother and say, I am disinclined to acquiesce to your request, so tell me how to get my money, because I felt like that would open up a can of, I'm not going to tell you until you agree to sign it over to me. Luckily for me, the lawyer I spoke to was also the son of an old Italian man like my father and mentioned that these old Italian men tend to pick a bank and never change,